Good morning. Are you Edwinia Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Johnson's here and cause numbers 24 DCCR 2151, 2152, 2153, and then there is also cause number 25 DCCR 1826. And the first three cases are all probation cases that Ms. Johnson is currently on, and there's been a motion to revoke filed in each of those. The underlying offenses are forgery, abandoning or endangering a child in the other two, and then that new offense is for robbery. Ms. Holmes filed a motion asking for me to set bonds in those three underlying motion to revoke cases. She's on deferred, but I set it for a hearing based on that underlying offense. I want to know really what's going on before I figure out an amount or if I'm going to set bond. So Ms. Holmes, I'll let you go first. You're going to call your client for purposes of.
Yes, Sharon.
Ms. Johnson, best you can, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Okay, you, Edwina Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, how long have you been, in custody at the Jefferson County Jail?
2 months and 8 days.
Okay, and, you're in there because you understand that there were motions to revoke probation due to, allegations that you violated probation, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the, alleged offense of robbery, is one of the underlying allegations. You're understanding of that, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In which the offense date was not very long after you were placed on probation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we've discussed that. While you have been in custody, we've talked about you trying to wanting to get back on track with probation, and while all of this is pending, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if the judge was to set a bond, where would you be residing? You don't have to give the exact address, but would it be in Beaumont?
It was in Port
Or-
or Beaumont.
Okay,
Either or.
okay, and you have family who have obviously reached out to me who would be supportive of you to make sure that you come to any and all court proceedings, and that you do whatever is necessary, and that you understand that if you are given a bond, that there may be certain restrictive measures, such as GPS monitoring, things of that sort, placed upon you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and are you asking the court to set a reasonable bonds in your cases so that you can hopefully be released and try to get back on track with probation? It doesn't seem that you got very far with starting probation because you hadn't been on it very long. Is that
Yes, ma'am.
correct? Okay, and so you're asking for bonds to be set so that you can try to get back on track with that.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
No questions.
All right, any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith?
Judge, because they're deferreds, I believe that you have to set a bond. We would request those be fairly significant bonds. The underlying offense, even though it's not with strangers, it's people that she was living with. There was an argument, it turned violent. This defendant did not live there, but she was there. She gets in on it, holds her down while they take this other person's phone, ripped it right out of her hands. So this is 1 week after she went on probation in these three cases.
Last week.
Not yet.
And obviously she doesn't understand the significance of what is being held over her head. I don't know that I would offer to keep her on probation based on that without some kind of significant cognitive treatment so that she would understand how to make better decisions. But we would request those bonds, like I said, to be significant.
So probation started in all three of these cases, October 6th of 2025.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so probation's here. And ma'am, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And so were you able to have any meetings with the defendant, Ms. Johnson?
Yes, ma'am. I met with her in October when she first got placed on probation and then again in November. But when the offense occurred, she then reported to me when I met with her in November. And that kind of was alarming to me. And then also in November, she told me that she was in Houston. No, I'm sorry, I think that was December. She went to Houston without letting me know first, so that was also another concern. And so there may be some compliance issues with that.
Okay. Ms. Holmes?
Well, Your Honor, based being that she's on deferred, we would ask that a reasonable bond be set. I do understand the concerns of the department and the state, being that she wasn't on probation very long at all before the new alleged offense occurred. And with speaking with Ms. Johnson, and she is realizing the severity of the cases that she is on probation for, and she has expressed to me that she wants to get this right and get back on track with things.
For the record, I'm reviewing at this time the probable cause in that underlying offense. Give me just a second, please. Who's taking care of your kids, Ms. Johnson?
My brothers and my sister and the boys are with their father people. Their side.
Okay. Obviously, it gives me a whole lot of concern that she was on probation for a week. Obviously, they're allegations, but they are serious and just shows a lack of concern for being on 3 felony probations. So I am going to set bonds, but in cause number 24 DCCR 2151, I'm going to set that bond at $50,000. And then I'll go over conditions in just a minute. Cause number 24 DCCR 2152 and 2153, set each of those at $25,000. Order as a condition of bond if it is made that there will be a GPS monitoring device and Ms. Johnson would be on house arrest. So I would have to know an address, who is living there, and she would be required to remain at that address other than visiting an attorney or coming to court. And be required to pay the cost of that GPS monitoring device, keep it on at all times, keep it charged at all times. Obviously have absolutely no contact or communication with Isis Martin, who I believe she's out, right? She was here yesterday. Smart, sounds familiar. Anyway. And then also, no contact with Harmony Boatner. And not to be at 901 Main, anywhere near that address in any of the apartments. Is that where anybody that you plan on living with lives?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you're not supposed to be, you won't be able to be, obviously anywhere around there because you'll be on house arrest. But specifically, you cannot have any contact or communication with the co-defendant, with the complaining witness, or anybody that has anything to do with this. That means in person, but it also means sending messages or sending messages through other people or anything like that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll get it set for an announcement on the motions in the case then. All
Yes.
right, you can go back with the bailiff.